What is shaking, everybody? This is actually a pretty nice day for what it is. I think it's kind of up into the 40s today, give or take a little bit. But that's good, melting stuff. And you can see behind me, there was like 2 foot of snow last time I talked to you guys like a week ago. So that's good, makes everything muddy, but at least it's melting. But my lovely wife and my little boy are still down in Florida for another week or so yet. So on this Saturday night, I got to try to keep myself occupied, which, to be honest with you guys, I get bored out of my mind. So tonight, got the fire going. When it burns down a little ways, I got a nice sirloin tip steak I'm going to throw on there. Got the puppy over here playing. Stuff's thawed enough he can find his sticks, so trying to make the best of a lonely evening. You know, with the last video I did where I was cooking over this old rim, in this video it kind of makes me think a little bit if people are watching these things, and the few people that do can think to themselves like, man, Jim, you got a gas grill, you got a smoker, you got a charcoal grill, and you're throwing logs in an old semi rim and cooking that way. You must think that's crazy. You might wonder why I'm doing it. And a real simple answer, I guess. I mean, it isn't for the flavor. I mean, if I was going for flavor, I'd throw it in the smoker, throw it on the charcoal grill. It isn't quick. I mean, it doesn't take as long as smoking them, but it's up there. Doing it this way because it's relaxing. It's calming. I don't really know how to explain it. Watching the flames dance around and listening to the fire, there's just something relaxing and calming about it. And I remember growing up, my parents, they had a fire pit out back of their house in Burwell. And that was every weekend they go out there, and it didn't matter, middle of winter, middle of summer, they'd light the fire up and they just sit. Now when we went camping and stuff like that, I enjoyed the fire. I enjoyed the, burning stuff in a fire ring and roasting wieners and things like that, but excuse me. But I never really could understand them just sitting out there. I mean, I didn't like playing in the fire like my brothers did. It just didn't make much sense to me. That, and I didn't like the way it made my clothes smell and everything else. But as I've gotten older, dealing with stress and anxiety and depression and everything, and I mean, you got to be tough, you got to deal with it and buck up and bottle it up, and I mean, it is what it is. Probably not healthy doing it that way, but it is what it is. But I'm kind of starting to see why they did it. I mean, it wasn't for the heat, it wasn't really for anything like that. It was just kind of to wind down, to decompress. And I bottle up everything more than what I should, and I know my brothers are all the same way. Talking to my sister-in-law just drives her nuts because my oldest little brother doesn't show much emotion, but I'm the same way. I mean, that's just how we are. We just bottle everything up, and it's not healthy. We know it's not healthy, but it is what it is. So little things like this, I mean, it does good to kind of get it out of your system. To kind of let some of them worries and stressors and all that just go away. Now, I don't know if it's just being closer to nature, or if it's just sitting around doing nothing, not focusing on anything in particular, just letting your worries dance away with the flames. I don't know. I mean, this is why I do it. Just sit around here, watch the fire, let it burn down, throw the grate on there, cook the steak. Come up here, Ralph. Come on. Wanna say hi? Come here, puppy. You want to say hi? That is Ralph, ladies and gentlemen. The puppy my police officer brother rescued that we decided to adopt or something. I don't know what you call it. We went and picked him up. Or met halfway and picked him up. He's enjoying his time outside. Hopefully everything goes good tonight and we end up with a good steak. And we should. I'll talk to you here in a bit. So this is our little sirloin tip steak, and I shouldn't say little because it's pretty big. But I got my homemade seasoning in a repurposed shaker deal. And this is the original seasoning that I made when I was a butcher. I really like this seasoning. It is by far my favorite seasoning. Got the good salt, good spice. I love it. Really good flavor. The other seasoning I made works really good for burgers, but I prefer this one for steaks. Fantastic. But I'll go ahead and flop this thing on there and season the other side after I get it on the grill, and then we'll let her cook nice and slow. So, you guys want to know what the worst part about cooking a steak on this deal is? I'll show you. Just starving, ain't you? Huh? You starving? Got your second bowl of food of the afternoon over there, but you starving now that you saw a steak on the grill? I love my puppy, but he is something. He's a little fat boy, for sure. Thing is a bottomless pit. Yeah. There we go. Looking good. There we go. There we are, guys. Well, I think I've taken enough of your time. I'm going to go ahead and cut into my steak and get it ate up. Give the puppy his fair share and, well, try to figure out what to do with the rest of my evening. But I'll tell you what, guys, as good as this steak's going to be, I'd rather eat bologna with my wife and my little man. I cannot wait till they come home. But, as always, guys, I thank you all for watching.